it's back-to-back Football Manager videos because I need you to hold my hand today. At the end of today's video, we have an FA Cup match against Liverpool. I dreamt about it last night. It is ridiculous. I need to get this one off of the schedule. But before we get to that, we'll go over our first season so far in League 2, the 27-28 season. So up until about mid to late January, we'll look at how it's going. And I don't want to get too far ahead of myself now, but it's going pretty well. By the way, following up on the end of last video, we did end up winning Manager of the Year for 2026-2027 in the Panorama National League. And it's funny because when the little card popped up in my inbox, it said I had a win percentage of 100%, which is definitely not true. In the email just before that, when they show you like who won and then the two runners up, I guess, the two managers with the second and third most votes, it said my win ratio was 66%, which makes a lot more sense. We were also, in the season wrap-up, we were named the biggest overachievers. People never have faith in us. I don't get it. But I think we were predicted, I guess by the media, to finish in 21st in the table. And we ended up finishing second and getting promotion. So, just blowing everyone's expectations out of the water. Doesn't surprise us though. You and I, we knew it was our year. That's all in the past now though. Like I said, we are in the 2027-2028 season now in the Sky Bet League 2. So I'm going to share my screen now and show you how that's been going. And then I'll jump back on Facecam, as always, for the biggest match that we've had so far in our career. And hopefully it won't hurt too much. And hopefully your expectations aren't too high, because I don't see any scenario where we can win this. Let's go. So here we are looking at our squad. We came in with a transfer budget of £70,000 this season and a wage budget of £30,500 per week. And now we have financial fair play to think about. In this league, it's not a problem right now. Right now, my committed spending is £26,600 per week, and we're £11,000 under the FFP rules. that being said, I will make sure that we get as close as possible to 30K before the end of the season so that they don't take it away from us this time. But that shouldn't be a problem because there are still some holes that we need to address with the squad, especially as we move on in the season. Today is January 22nd, 2028, and our players are getting injured, they're getting tired, so we have a good idea of where we need to beef up the squad a little bit, where we need some extra backup. Now, some players that were offered new contracts over sort of the off season, over the summer, Shipley for one, Heaney, who is injured right now for at least another couple weeks, so unfortunately we don't have him today, and with sort of our wingers being tired, that's gonna be a problem, but we'll get to that. Chadwick, our backup keeper, re-signed with us, and Jenkins, who, again, my team has been encouraging me to release him, but I had to re-sign him. He's just been a great backup for us. He can swap in at DM, central mid, or on the left, and I mean, average rating of 6.96, last 5 6.9, and as you can see, he's already pretty much played in, or is that career numbers? That must be career numbers at South Shields. It's gotta be, right? But we do use him. He does come in handy, so he's not the best guy on the team, but he's consistent. He shows up. I like him, keeping it on, at least until this summer. And then two other big names were Pharrell Willis, so Willis the Elder from the last video. Willis the Younger went back to, he was a Middlesbrough player, wasn't he? And they wanted him to go to another club to get some different experiences, so we're back to one Willis. And Chang. So these two guys, they were on contract until 2028, until the end of this season, but I had to re-sign them because I wanted to double both of their minimum fee release clauses. After the year they had last year, they were on everyone's radar, and I think they were both around like 275 release clauses. I have Chang up to 600,000 pounds, and I think Willis is just below that, 500,000 pounds, and of course a 10% sell-on fee. I mean, that was a must for them, but still, with that 10% off, we're still making more money, and we're still safer with them in the squad than if they left for 250, 275, because they definitely would have. Oh, and Kendall also, he was out of contract. We finally got him on a new contract, even though he's been injured this whole darn season. But this one was a headache over the off season. It's not him, it's his agent. But I think I walked away from negotiations with his agent at least 4 times. And then finally they came back to us and basically folded and gave me the exact contract I wanted. So maybe not the exact contract. This is too much. 2.4k per week is too much. But he's got an average rating of 7.14 in the league this season, 6.97 in the cup. So I can't be too bothered about it. He just gets injured too much, but when he plays, he shows up. So with that being said, we really don't have much to talk about in terms of transfers. We've got a couple young guys out on loan. Dogen is not happy. But the thing is, I don't want to recall him right now because for our transfers in, I think it was Joseph O'Toole who we loaned him in on sort of the promised playing time of a regular starter, and he's just been a regular sub for us. So I'm kind of playing by, well, if Bolton aren't bugging us about O'Toole's playing time, then I'm not going to bug Geisley about Dogen's playing time. I just don't want the bad karma. If Bolton, for some reason, come back and recall O'Toole or something, I don't even know if he can be recalled off the top of my head, but it's a karma thing. I don't want to bring that kind of attention, those vibes to the team. So as long as we keep O'Toole, I'm paying it forward by letting Geisley keep Dogen. So yeah, we've only got these 2 players on loan. No money in, no money out so far this season. So let's look at Joseph O'Toole first, out of Bolton, who are a championship side. Yeah, barely, but still. So some kind of mid numbers, nothing special in his marking. But again, we love determination on this team, and his physical sort of makes up for it. He's pacey, he can track back, stays on his feet, and just has a good mind for the game. So I've been happy with him. Has shown up in most of our League 2 games, if not all. 6.74 average rating, even better than that in the FA, 6.80. And for some reason he was killing it in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, but that's a thing of the past now. Phil, shout out to Phil in the comments, who suggested looking at the player's history. So Joseph O'Toole, ironically, came from Liverpool, never played for them, but, oh, there goes my fan, will most likely make an appearance against Liverpool today, so he'll get to play on the same pitch as Liverpool. And then has been at Bolton ever since, never played for them though, went on loan to Scarborough last year, and he did okay with them. Looks like he played in 39, is that all of their games? But now he's with us and he's already doing better, and I've been pretty happy with him. So that's Joseph O'Toole. The other player on loan is Josh Bailey from our affiliates at Middlesbrough. So I should have mentioned £0 per week for O'Toole, £0 per week for Josh Bailey. again, some mid numbers here on the technical side. But we love to see the mental. The mental is there, and look at the physical. This is really where he shines. He's 6'6". So in the air, he's a dream, and he's fit. Like, for a big dude, he is fit. So really strong player. He's been a joy. Like I said, he's come on. Both of these guys, both of our loans, have come in pretty much as subs for the most part. 6.76 though. That's alright by me. I need to start working with like a dual setup so that I can have my microphone recording on one computer on one device and this going on in another device, because if I'm just playing my game, the fan doesn't go crazy like this. Okay, so the schedule for this season, let's go up to the top. Kendall is actually a player. We did this with Gomez the previous year, where we moved him up from mostly playing on the wing to playing in a striker position. And we did the same with Kendall this year, and he came out and scored the first goal of the season against Chesterfield. It wasn't that 15-second goal from Gomez, but 14 minutes, not bad at all. And as you could imagine, Gomez had to be involved somehow. So that was looking promising, having our two ex-wingers playing up front together. And I mean, I can give you a look at the table now. We're doing alright. I don't want to jinx anything, but so far we are in a promotion spot. I think my understanding is 3 automatic promotions and then 1 by playoff. So ideally we can just cut it short and get automatic promotion, but that is a problem for post Liverpool us. Let's go back to the season. August 4th, right off the top of the season, we have our first cup match in the Carabao Cup. And to be honest, I was happy that it wasn't a complete embarrassment against a championship team in Bristol City. And their one goal was arguably due to an error by Corrigan, who's not even our starting wing back usually. Shipley was injured for this match, so I think if Shipley had started, if he had been around for the match, it might even have gone a different way, perhaps. So we'll never know. But we have a pretty congested schedule this year. The Carabao Cup, the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, and the FA Cup, so I wasn't too torn up about getting one of these competitions off of our schedule. This is our first year in League 2. We've got squad to think about, we've got tactics to think about, and we're actually doing pretty well right now. Of course, we didn't know this at the time, but at the time the focus was sort of try to get mid-table. We really weren't looking at our trophy case, and to be fair, still are not. Before we get to the other cup competitions, some other matches to highlight. August 14th, Savage scored a hat-trick. He's quite young too, 21 years old. So really him. I'm excited. I think he's a great sub to rotate in between Gomez and Kendall. And then 1 week later, August 21st against Fleetwood, Gomez scored a hat trick of his own, all within one half, actually. And then we totally dropped the ball and let them pull out a draw from the match. That's on me. But yeah, great showing for Gomez. The boy still has it. Now, Savage won Player of the Month in August. Around, was it September? Yeah, September, end of August, I think was the transfer deadline. So we're still getting used to the timeline of the EFL. I was trying to get a midfielder in on loan from Middlesbrough. And Middlesbrough, it was like long before deadline day, maybe a week. They accepted the offer. Thing is, the player in question, the midfielder, I guess he delayed. He didn't sign his paperwork on time. So the loan didn't go through, and so the midfield is really the area that I'm most concerned about right now. But with Kendall's injuries, the front is a little bit scary too. Let's see, November, yeah, September, October, pretty well. November 13th, I think it was, Chris Jones, who's come up through our youth system, he became the club's youngest ever goal scorer at 17 years old. His birthday is in August, so I think it was like 17 and just under 100 days. Does that make sense? Obviously his technical is still quite low, because he's a baby. But, you know, his physical is kind of ahead of the game. And look at this, Sky Bet League 2, average rating of 7.2, and he's only started in one match. So the fact that he's been able to climb to a 7.2 when 3 of his 4 appearances, he came in sort of late, is pretty impressive. So I'm keeping an eye on this kid. I'm trying to give him some game time because there's something here. And then, let's see, I guess we can talk about cup competitions. I'm stalling the Liverpool game. Before I get to the cup matches, the sort of game of the season so far for me is Jan 15th against Carlisle. So Carlisle in first place. I showed you the table, and they're a game ahead, but they've got plenty of points lead as well. But we were coming in second against Carlisle, and we managed to score 2 goals in extra time, which was kind of like a big 3-point salvage for us here. So this is the most stressful / exciting game of the season for me so far. That being said, last match before today, we did lose against Burton. It was like 2 or 3 days after Carlisle, and we lost in they jumped over us in extra time in the table. But I also was trying to preserve my players for the Liverpool match. So let's talk about these cup competitions. We've already looked at the Carabao Cup. Then we had the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. In the group stage we had Wigan, Liverpool under 21s, which we lost on penalties, and Mansfield. And that's the only match of the group stage that we won. Somehow still moved on to the second round. We had a match against Huddersfield, which we won 1-0. Shout out to the ASMR gamer. We destroyed 1-0. And then in the next round we had Man City under 21s, which we lost on penalties. I think we whiffed our last two. Yeah. Willis the Elder, unfortunately, and Jenkins. That is one area of the team that we're doing really poorly in right now, is our penalty takers. So it's something that we need to think about in our recruitment as well. In fact, was it the Burton game that Chang took to? No. It was a game recently that Chang took 2 pens and missed one. Yeah, this one, the Carlisle one. And I was like, why is he our chosen penalty taker? He's got really well 10 penalty taking. Just feels like we need someone with a better stat here to take pens ahead of Alfie Chang. And then that takes us to the FA Cup, really. We were predicted by the media to be out in the first round. We do get to skip the qualifying rounds now that we're in League 2. We were predicted to go out against Lincoln in the first round. Got a win. We got Shrewsbury in the second round. Got a win. And we got Chesterfield in the third round. Got a shutout. Got a clean sheet. And that takes us to Liverpool. Televised match. I guess we can look at this club. Manager is Marcelo Gallardo, who I think took over, would it be Milestones? Took over right after Klopp, right? Yeah, that's where we are in reality. So there you go. Came in after Klopp. Won the FA Cup. Won the league. Won the Prem last year. And he won the Manager of the Year. And he's in the Hall of Fame now because he was a player before, wasn't he? Yeah. So, I guess let's look at... God. I don't even want to look at this. I don't even want to know that our beloved Miles Boney is going to have to deal with Darwin. Mo Salah is still here. How old is he now? 35. McAllister, Trent is here. I mean, look at their bench. Gakpo, Arvieli, Luis Diaz. I mean, they've got Konate is injured. Jota isn't even wanted by the team. Oh man. Okay, so what else can I do to delay this? I think what we'll do now is, oh, that was like a nervous swallow. I'll jump back on face cam and we will have a look at our tactics and get into this game. Grab your popcorn. So, first of all, I should apologize in advance to my family for any shame that I might bring to the good family name. Now, this is the sort of core 11 that we've been working with so far this season. The problem is injuries and just players being tired. We've been playing 2 matches a week for most of the season, as has Liverpool, I'm sure, but they have more players than we do, okay? So Kendall is actually injured. He's in rehab and he hasn't started training yet. In a way, I'm tempted to put him on for like 30 minutes to see how he does and then put on Savage. But I think with the early game being so important to us, I think I want someone who's got full sharpness, full conditioning, starting, and so hopefully he can really go out there and just like explode and maybe get an early goal. But then I'm being told Lundstrom needs a rest. He can rest when Liverpool is behind us. Odusina is playing with a broken forearm. Normally I would just send him to the team doctor, rest him through his injury, but he got injured 3 games ago, and I knew that this match against Liverpool was coming up. So I said, let's put him in protective gear and have him play through the match. I didn't play him against Carlisle. I didn't want to risk aggravating the injury. I did bring him on near the end of the Burton Albion game just to try to keep his match sharpness up a little bit. And I think I have to start him today. Then we've got Miles Boney, who's also in rehab, also hasn't returned to training. But if you remember the Brentford video, the only chance we have at getting something out of this game is if we have Miles Boney in net. It is a 9-man bench though, so I have Chadwick here ready to come on if anything does happen with Boney, but I need Boney to start. Elsewhere we have Heaney getting injections, which I don't like, but I need him to be able to come on. Like I said, we're kind of thin around the midfield and around attack, so I need him to be available for this match. And then there's Chris Jones, who I think has a broken collarbone. Yeah, I technically could have him on, but I don't think I'd play him anyway. So I'll just put John Peters on the bench for him and not bring him on. And that's going to be our starting 11 today. Phyllis is tired. Phyllis. This is the second time I've called him Phyllis on camera. Pharrell Willis is tired, but I still want to start him. I can't put Heaney up ahead of him. For our mentality, what I should do is go very defensive, park the bus, wait for an opportunity. But I really don't think we would get that kind of opportunity against Liverpool. We'd never be able to get back up. We can't outpace them. We can't accelerate faster than they can. I'm somewhat tempted to take a risk and start off attacking. Give it 10-15 minutes and see what happens, and then move back to positive. Pretend we're just playing any old team, or move down to defensive. I don't know. I think we need to take a risk here. Otherwise, what's the point? I also want to make sure we have possession in this match. Tempted to do even shorter passes, but let's keep with a familiar play. They might go wide, so we need to stay fairly wide. I just want to make sure that we keep possession. So what do I do? Do I slow down the tempo? Set according to team mentality anyway. Okay. Alright, let's just submit our team. And hope for the best. The players are all in a good mood at least. I think they're taking this better than I am. Let's go and spread some more of that positivity in the dressing room. Okay, so they definitely see us as a small fry because Allison is not on. Trent, Salah, and Darwin Nunez are not even on the bench. That's all good news for us. It's still a scary team though. Coutinho could sink it in from quite a distance. Gakpo and McAllister are going to be dangerous off of set pieces, off of corners. And I'm also worried about Ibanez and Greaves just being stronger and more tactical than us. Don't need the players to know that though. Let's exude confidence. Let's keep positive in a sense and say you got nothing to lose. Dance like no one's watching. And I kind of want to tell Savage that he can make the difference here, but he's already kind of in a good mood, so I'll just leave it at that. Let's hit the tunnel. It's not the best weather. Oh yeah, maybe the only saving grace that we have here is playing at home, but we are playing against another northern team, so they can handle the weather too. How important is a good performance? Well, yeah, obviously. The mood is legitimately great though. I'm not even making it sound better than it is. We're all just happy to be here. I will switch to extended highlights as soon as this starts. So let me get my mouse ready to just pause as soon as it goes on. Okay boys, let's do this. Paused it at 0 seconds. That should be worth like a point. Just for reaction speed. Okay. Let's get into it. We're starting off with a highlight, and Liverpool has the kickoff. I do not like this. I do not like it at all. It looks like they're trying to play it up the side. So I don't know if Shipley, we might end up taking Shipley off earlier than anticipated. They definitely know about our weak spots. They're taking their time in the back though, and that's going to be the end of that highlight. Our possession is only on 40%. It's going up, but we may need to go to positive if we're not being careful enough with the ball. That being said, it's up to 52%. We're getting our passes off. We're already 10 minutes into the game. Let me encourage the squad. Do I want to take it down to positive rather than attacking? They've created something off the right side now. Oh, this is scary. It's okay. It's okay. They ran at us too much. That could have been a goal. I guess Boney got his hand on it. And so that's a corner. Gakpo is taking it. I do not want this. Graves is going to try to head it. No luck, but Jones recovers the ball. And it's off the post. Thank God. There's no way Simpson is going to run that up, but I mean, the next best thing after Miles Boney is the goal post. So I will take it. 40, going back down in possession. We haven't gotten a shot on target. I might bring it down to positive. McIntosh took a throw in here. We almost lost it. Was that Chang? No, that's not Chang. Either way, we now have a shot on target, I think. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm going to bring it down to positive. Chang keeps almost getting a tackle off. You just need 1 point up on marking or on pace, and we'd be fine. Nice punch by Boney, and that's gonna go out for another corner. Presumably Gakpo is taking it. Yep. We've been able to defend them so far. Hopefully that continues. Boney is gonna reach up for it. We love you, Miles Boney. I've got sweaty palms. I don't want this to go to penalties, but then what's the alternative? Okay, here's another attack for Liverpool. Taking it down the middle. McAllister with a nice pass to Coutinho, just short though. And that allows us to stop the attack. Now it's up the right side. Shipley is staying with his man. Jones had a great opportunity there, and Boney stopped it. McAllister, no, Gakpo is going to take this corner. Sends it long to Coutinho, who's waiting for it. Doesn't feel confident to take the shot, though. They were offside. We don't have any shots on target, but we have taken 2 shots. Now Willis, up the left. Down the middle to Chang. Is going to pass it to, not to Shipley. We need to take, well, he's on a 6.7, but still. Never pass it to Shipley. Okay, what are they going to try to create here? Still going up the right, eh? Down the middle now. McAllister waiting for the run. Gakpo can't quite take off, but Johnson, Coutinho, thankfully just sends it into the stands. And we're 25 minutes in. Our possession is back down. Do I want to go positive mentality at this point? We're holding our own still. 88% passes. Against Liverpool, I'll take it. No yellow cards. Everyone feeling okay. No one's playing terribly. And we're a third of the game through now. With the first yellow being given to Liverpool, McIntosh to take the throw in. Lundstrom to can't get the pass off to Chang. I think we're gonna have to put in Jenkins for Lindstrom sooner rather than later. This is a scary attack, though. This is a very scary attack. Shipley gets in front of it. The crossbar saves us. Oh my god. That's at least twice that we have the goalposts to thank. Or let's just call it bad shooting from Liverpool. Okay. And with PC to start the attack from Boney. Trying the right side now to Odusina. Oh no. Okay, well it went offside. Liverpool get another corner. It should be 3-0 now. Gakpo's gonna take this corner again. At least, if anything, we're getting used to their corners now. And Guipisi is gonna send it out for another corner. No highlight this time. So there's that, and we're gonna go into half time. Shipley with a throw in. We're close to the goal now. This is where we have a chance. Chang could have chased it down. Thankfully we have Nguipisi back there to recover. Take your time, Chang. Odusina to Lundstrom. Simpson might have been onside. Can't get the shot off though. McIntosh, our wing back, is there to claim it, and that's the end of that. Maybe. Yes. I feel like I want to take Lundstrom off, but he's still on a 6.7, surprisingly. I feel like we're just seeing the bad moments. Now, both teams' XG is under 1. So I think I might leave it on attacking, because that's how we're going to get any shots off, and our defense is managing okay with it. 6 corners. Okay, 40% possession. I want that number to go up a little bit. They're playing surprisingly tight down the middle, but more forward than we are. That's not too surprising because they can afford to. We're shooting this one off target, and these are blocked. Yeah, but the only way we will score is to bring it into the penalty area, isn't it? So we still have to just keep trying. Pharrell Will is struggling to perform. He's on a 6.4. Did I call him Pharrell Williams? I'm losing my mind. You know what? I am happy with their performance so far. But yeah, we need more possession. I don't know if I want to say that I'm disappointed though. Let's take the risk. Okay, motivated. Good. I'm gonna give Willis a few minutes coming off of this break to try to get this rating up, and then maybe take him out. Maybe take Lundstrom out. I need to follow my heart. And yeah, let's give them a good little 5 to 10 minutes to try to create something. We get the kickoff here, and we do get a highlight. And with PC to Lundstrom. And that's the end of that highlight. Let's shout some more encouragement. Get those faces to glow greener. There you go. Although Gakpo taking a corner here. Coutinho's gonna score from them there one of those days. Back to Gakpo's bringing it in, and from a distance they can't get the shot off. Did we get a free kick? Was that? Okay. Time is moving now. Gomez is improving a little bit. Simpson, his form is going down. Oh, Boney with the risky grab there. Beautifully executed. He's gonna wait a minute for everyone to get back in position. I don't know how I feel about these long goal kicks because I feel like 9 times out of 10 Liverpool is gonna recover the ball. I wish he took it short. His instruction is to take it short. And that ended on a McAllister goal. Now, do we stay on attacking? That's the question. Listen, I can't fault them for that. Okay, let's think about making some changes here. Yeah, now. Okay. I'm gonna take Shipley off because I feel like they're gonna expose that next. So let's put on Joseph O'Toole. Then Lundstrom is getting tired, but yeah, okay. Well, this is coming off, and it's gonna be Heaney. Which isn't a great substitution to make. And then Nathan Simpson on the right, but if I would have to play Heaney on the right and then bring either, I could bring in Kendall on the right, keep Savage and Gomez on the attack. I'm gonna hang onto this for now. Play. See what happens. I'm gonna leave it on attacking because again, we have to have some people up ahead. Nathan Simpson. I was just about to take him off. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Okay, Nathan Simpson. He heard me whispering about taking him off and he was like, let me cook. Give me a second. Oh no, not McAllister. Okay, O'Toole coming in with fresh legs. I've moved our mentality down to positive because we're getting a little bit tired and it's not like we're gonna bring in many more attackers. Our subs are gonna happen in the defense, in the midfield. So I think moving down to positive, I could even move it down to defensive. Problem is, we don't win in a penalty shootout. So I hope everything is recording. Yes, it is. Okay. And as I say that, they're gonna score. No, not if Miles Boney has anything to do with it. I might have to restart my camera before this is over. Gakpo, another corner. There's still a half hour left. I don't even know. Yeah. I was gonna say, I don't even know why I'm pretending that it's gonna go to penalties because there was a half hour left. They were bound to get one of these corners in, weren't they? It's so busy up there. Boney almost had it. What do I want to do now? I'm gonna bring in Jenkins. And do I bring in Kendall? I sure do. Question is, who do I take off for him, Savage or Gomez? They're playing very similar games. Boney, hands made of blue. It's gonna be Gomez. Kendall is coming on. Oh, and that was my last. Wait. That's gonna be my last stoppage. So if I'm making any more changes, I'm gonna take Odusina off and put in Josh Bailey. And that'll be it because now, yeah. So, 20 minutes left. It's 2-1. They're taking another corner, but there's no highlight to show. We got one shot on target, and it's the one that went in. Possession is still an issue, though, and I wonder if it would help to go positive. I'm going to shout some encouragement. There's 5 minutes left. With 5 minutes left, you just go very attacking. I think you do. They're gonna take another shot off here somewhere. McAllister, all the way back. Oh, this time wasting. Shame on you, Liverpool. Oh no, Coutinho's bringing it up. And Boney stopped it, but that's gonna be... Alright, let's go very attacking. That means we're gonna bring more players away from the penalty area, which is probably a bad idea for this corner. But again, we have to take risks here. Boney's gonna hold on to it. I wish he would take a short kick here, but I doubt he will since we're on very attacking. He's gonna send it up. Who's there to take it? No one, and in fact, oh, Kendall came in injured. Okay, Chang has it. Only a few minutes left to play. These passes are dangerous. Back to Boney. We're gonna center it now, perhaps. We're trying to find something. It's gonna go deep, but no one's there. And now it's the Liverpool attack again. Coutinho's gonna sink it. Oh my god, Miles Boney. Okay, so here's a corner. Gakpo. Elliot. Gakpo's probably off. Elliot came on. He's gonna take the corner. And he takes it short. Jones ends up crossing it in. They're cooking here. I don't like it. We need more players back, but I told them to go forward. Doug is trying to find some space. We're not giving it to them. Now they're just gonna waste time. It's a highlight though, so okay, and that's the end of that highlight. 6 minutes added. Will it be enough to create something? There was a flash of promise and then they took it away from me. It is in fact a Liverpool attack. Now I kind of want them to attack so we can get the ball back. Elliot is going to run it up. And that's a goal kick. That's a goal kick. And this might very well be our last chance. Time is just going to... McAllister with the free kick here. It's off the wall. Almost ricochets into the goal. That's going to be a corner now. This onslaught of attack. Oh, I'm still on very... Well, yeah, at this point. What else is there to do? And there you go. That's how they put it away. Great match, though, honestly. We had no... My camera stopped recording when I was trying to say we had no illusions that we were going to win this match. But we put up a fight, I think. That's full time. Great match, guys. Yeah, I mean, Miles Boney, I'm probably hiding the fact right now that Miles Boney is on a 7.6. Till the very end, we held them off to just a 1-goal lead, which I am very pleased with. Yeah, what a match. Look, we were somewhat competitive against Liverpool, and I think that says something. I hope the media are gonna be like, hey, you didn't lose 10-0. That's alright. Let's see what they say. Yeah, good effort. We all have to be happy with that result. Cody Gakpo put in a top-notch performance against you today. He's a full. Yeah, I mean, what am I? Yeah, I'm gonna be mad about. Oh, that's it. Maybe I stormed out after that. It is kind of funny that the interview just ended right then and there. Maybe that was like a storm out answer. But you're gonna ask South Shields if we think Cody Gakpo played well against us? I would sure hope he did. Otherwise, I think Liverpool would have to ask questions, and I'm just salty now. Because I wanted the media to be like, listen, you did good. But I think you and I can agree that we did alright. We have something to be proud of here. It just started raining outside, so it's as good a time as any to say goodbye. Next time I see you in Football Manager World will surely be the end of this season to see how we did. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. We did it. We played against Liverpool, and I'll say it wasn't embarrassing. It was alright. I will see you very soon in the next video.